Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that every time you try to stand up, your legs ache as if every bone is about to break? Or maybe, just maybe, a simple stumble feels like it could send you to the hospital because your bones are so fragile that even the slightest impact could be devastating. The truth is, this could be happening to you right now, and you might not even realize it. Make no mistake, it's not just bad luck. It's the foods you're eating every day. Some of them may seem harmless, even healthy, but in reality, they're slowly stripping away the strength of your bones, leaving you more vulnerable to fractures and unbearable pain. Today, I'm going to reveal the 10 worst foods that destroy your bones, and I promise you, number 1 will shock you. It's a food many people consume thinking they're protecting their health, but it's accelerating osteoporosis without them even realizing it. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Refined flours and white bread, though often deemed harmless and convenient, are some of the most insidious threats to our bone health, silently causing damage over time. These seemingly innocent foods, white bread, cookies, cakes, and many industrial bakery products are made from flours that have been stripped of almost every ounce of their nutrients. The refining process leaves behind nothing but pure starch, a substance that, once it enters our bodies, quickly converts into sugar. But the damage doesn't stop there. Refined flours are highly acidic, and this acidic nature forces our bodies into a battle for balance, drawing calcium from our bones to neutralize the excess acidity in the blood. It's a heartbreaking irony. The very food we consume to nourish our bodies is actively weakening the foundation that holds us up, our bones. It's as if we are unknowingly eroding the strength of our skeletons, layer by layer, every time we bite into a slice of white bread or indulge in a sweet, sugary snack. So, what can we do to protect ourselves from this silent assault on our bones? It's simple. Replace white bread and refined flour products with whole grain options, which are rich in nutrients and fiber, or even consider gluten-free alternatives like almond flour or coconut flour. This small change can make a significant difference, ensuring that our bodies get the nourishment they need while also preserving the strength of our bones for the future. Every step we take towards making better food choices is a step toward healthier, stronger bones. It's something we can control, something we can fight for, and it's never too late to make that change. Now let's talk about another surprising culprit that can silently harm your bones: excessive coffee consumption. It's one of the world's most beloved beverages, but when we drink it in excess, it can become an unexpected enemy to our bone health. Coffee, as much as it brings us comfort and energy, interferes with the body's ability to absorb calcium and increases calcium loss through urine. Can you imagine that comforting cup in the morning, something so many of us rely on, is subtly working against our bones? Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that those who consume more than 4 cups of coffee a day have significantly lower bone density, making them more susceptible to fractures. But here's where things get even more surprising. It's not just coffee. Other caffeinated drinks like energy drinks and some teas also contain high levels of caffeine and can have the same bone-depleting effect. It's a hard truth, but one that we need to face to protect ourselves. So, if you're someone who can't imagine starting your day without a cup of coffee, try to limit yourself to just 1 or 2 cups a day. Pair it with a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D to counteract its harmful effects. If you love coffee as much as I do, remember, moderation is key, and balancing it with the right nutrients can make all the difference. It's about making smarter choices for our future health, one sip at a time. And now, Here's another shocker that might surprise you. Spinach and Swiss chard, the vegetables we often see as superfoods, can hinder calcium absorption when eaten in excess. It's hard to believe, right? These healthy greens, which we think of as a bone-friendly choice, contain oxalates, compounds that bind to calcium and prevent the body from properly absorbing it. The irony is almost cruel. Here you are eating foods that are supposedly good for you, and yet they're blocking the calcium your bones so desperately need. If you eat spinach and Swiss chard to strengthen your bones, you might be inadvertently doing the opposite. But don't worry, there's no need to cut them out entirely. Instead, simply consume them in moderation and avoid combining them with calcium-rich foods in the same meal. So, next time you're having spinach, be mindful of what you pair it with. Maybe skip the cheese or milk in that salad and give your bones the best shot at absorbing the calcium they need. It's all about being strategic and thinking about the bigger picture when it comes to our health. Finally, let's talk about canned fish, like tuna and sardines. Many of us turn to canned fish as a convenient, healthy choice. But unfortunately, it's another hidden danger when it comes to bone health. While it may seem like an easy, nutritious option, canned fish is often loaded with sodium and preservatives that cause the body to excrete calcium through urine. But the risks don't end there. Some canned fish also contain heavy metals, such as mercury, which can infiltrate our bodies and wreak havoc on our bone cells, causing inflammation in our joints and further weakening our bones. It's a harsh reality that many of us may not even be aware of. If you're a fan of canned fish, it's time to reconsider. Look for alternatives or make sure you're eating fresh fish when possible. Your bones deserve better, and you deserve to know what's truly nourishing your body. It's all about being aware, taking control, and making healthier choices. Choices that can prevent long-term damage to your bones and overall well-being. In conclusion, our bones are constantly working behind the scenes to keep us strong, but we need to give them the right support. From refined flours to excessive caffeine and even certain vegetables, several surprising foods can chip away at our bone health over time. But we don't have to just accept that. We can take action, make better choices, and give our bones the love and care they deserve. Let's commit to living stronger, healthier lives, one mindful meal at a time. Opting for fresh fish instead of canned fish is one of the best decisions you can make for your bones, as well as for your overall health. Canned fish often contains harmful additives, such as high levels of sodium and artificial preservatives, which can contribute to bone loss over time. But sodium isn't the only thing lurking in the background, silently weakening your bones. There's another villain in the story: margarine and hydrogenated vegetable oils. Many people mistakenly think that margarine is a healthier alternative to butter, but this couldn't be further from the truth. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Margarine is a ticking time bomb of trans fats, fats that wreak havoc on your body in ways you might never have imagined. These fats not only raise your levels of bad LDL cholesterol and lower the good HDL cholesterol, but they also attack your bones, quietly eroding their strength. I can't stress enough how damaging these fats are, and it's heartbreaking because so many of us, myself included, have been conditioned to think they're better for us than butter. The truth, however, is that trans fats found in margarine and other hydrogenated oils interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium and reduce the production of osteocalcin, a protein that's essential for the formation of new bone tissue. Over time, this can significantly weaken your bones and increase your risk of fractures. But that's not all. The real devastation caused by margarine is the chronic inflammation it induces throughout the body. This inflammation doesn't just affect your cardiovascular health, it spreads to your joints and even your bones. As if that weren't enough, research has shown a frightening link between frequent consumption of trans fats and a higher risk of osteoporosis, a condition where bones become fragile and prone to breaking. If you want to protect your bones, the solution is clear. Eliminate margarine from your diet completely and switch to healthier fats. Opt for extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, high-quality butter, or even ghee. These fats are far more beneficial for your bones, and you'll be amazed at how much better you feel when you make this simple but powerful switch. Your bones and your body will thank you in the long run. Now, let's talk about something that might come as a surprise: artificial sweeteners. Many of us have fallen into the trap of believing that products labeled as sugar-free or diet are healthier options, but the truth is much more alarming than we could have ever imagined. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin, commonly found in diet sodas, sugar-free gum, light yogurts, and even some medications, can have a profoundly negative impact on your bones. I know it sounds shocking, but these sweeteners interfere with the gut microbiota, the delicate ecosystem of bacteria in our digestive system. Why is this important? Because bone health is directly related to the health of your gut. When artificial sweeteners destroy the good bacteria in your gut, it reduces your body's ability to absorb essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium. But it doesn't stop there. These sweeteners also create an overly acidic environment in the body, causing your bones to lose precious calcium in an attempt to neutralize the pH imbalance. This makes your bones weaker, more fragile, and prone to damage over time. Even more concerning is the impact artificial sweeteners have on collagen production. Collagen is the protein that gives your bones their structure and strength, and when its production is diminished, your bones begin to lose their integrity. It's as if we're unknowingly sabotaging our health by consuming these sugar-free products. The solution is simple: reduce or eliminate the consumption of foods with sweetener labels or ingredients like aspartame and sucralose. Replace them with whole, natural foods that nourish your body from the inside out. Your bones and your gut will thank you. Now, let's address another common food that is secretly wreaking havoc on our bones: canned foods and processed meats. These convenient options are often loaded with sodium and artificial phosphates, both of which can contribute to bone degeneration. Sodium in particular is a major culprit when it comes to bone health. It causes the kidneys to excrete calcium through urine, meaning the more sodium you consume, the more calcium your body loses. Additionally, many processed foods contain added phosphates that interfere with the body's ability to properly absorb calcium. Processed meats like ham, sausages, and deli meats are especially harmful because they contain preservatives that cause inflammation in the joints and can worsen leg pain, which is something many of us struggle with as we age. It's not easy, but if we want to protect our bones and overall health, we need to make a conscious effort to reduce our intake of processed foods and opt for fresh, whole foods whenever possible. Trust me, it's worth it. Your bones will thank you in the years to come. Moving on to a major villain in the fight for bone health: ultra-processed foods. Foods like frozen pizzas, chicken nuggets, sugary cereals, industrial cookies, and instant soups are some of the most harmful foods we can eat, and yet they are so prevalent in our daily lives. These foods have been so processed that they've lost nearly all of their nutritional value, leaving only empty calories, excessive sodium, and harmful chemicals. How do they affect our bones? For one, the excess additives and preservatives prevent the absorption of vital minerals like magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D, all of which are essential for maintaining bone density. They also contribute to chronic inflammation in the body thanks to the trans fats, sugar, and sodium they contain, which causes inflammation in the bones and joints, making leg pain even worse. And to top it off, they weaken collagen and connective tissues, which means our joints lose flexibility and our bones become more fragile. If you care about your bones, it's crucial to eliminate ultra-processed foods from your diet and opt for natural, homemade foods that provide your body with the nutrients it truly needs. Let's talk about another common drink that could be slowly destroying your bones: soft drinks, particularly sodas. If you're someone who regularly drinks soda, especially cola drinks, it's time to reconsider. These beverages are loaded with phosphoric acid, which directly interferes with calcium absorption in the bones. The excess sugar in sodas also causes inflammation and accelerates bone deterioration. And if that weren't enough, the bubbles and chemicals in sodas affect the collagen structure in your bones, making them more vulnerable to fractures. If you want to protect your bones, it's time to replace sodas with healthier alternatives like water, natural infusions, or sugar-free juices. It's a small change that can make a huge difference over time. Now, you may be wondering too, if I already have bone problems, is there any way to reverse the damage? This is a common concern, and the answer is quite empowering. Yes, it is possible to strengthen your bones, even if they've already lost some density. The key lies in three fundamental aspects: proper nutrition, regular movement, and mindful self-care. By stopping the consumption of harmful foods and replacing them with those rich in calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, and vitamin Q, you can begin to rebuild your bones from the inside out. Leafy greens, nuts, and fatty fish should be your best friends in this process. And while it may seem counterintuitive, exercise, particularly weight-bearing activities like walking, climbing stairs, and light weightlifting, can strengthen bones and improve bone density. Studies have shown that older adults who incorporate physical activity into their routines can improve their bone density in just a few months. It's never too late to start making these changes. Your bones and your future self will thank you. One of the most critical steps in protecting your bones is avoiding common mistakes. And unfortunately, many people unknowingly make these mistakes when it comes to calcium supplements. The truth is, simply taking any calcium supplement is not enough, and this can become a huge mistake. I can't emphasize this enough. Not all calcium supplements are created equal, and some may do more harm than good. Among the most dangerous of all are poor quality calcium capsules. It might shock you to learn this, but many people take calcium supplements, thinking they are doing a good thing for their bones, but they are contributing to their bones' deterioration. How is that even possible? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment too below to let me know that you are still here with me. The culprit here is synthetic calcium. Our bodies do not absorb synthetic calcium well. Instead of strengthening the bones as intended, it can accumulate in the wrong places, like the arteries. Can you imagine? Instead of fortifying your skeletal structure, the calcium is diverting itself into your blood vessels, causing plaque buildup and increasing the risk of heart problems. This can be even more detrimental than if you had taken no supplement at all. It's heartbreaking because people believe they are making an effort to safeguard their health, but instead they're unknowingly harming it. This deception is incredibly damaging, especially when you consider that calcium is a critical mineral for our bones. But there's more. Calcium doesn't work alone. For your body to absorb calcium properly and send it to the bones, you need magnesium and vitamin K2. Without these essential nutrients, calcium is rendered practically useless. It's more likely to cause problems than it is to protect your bones. Without magnesium, and K2 calcium can cause calcification in the joints and arteries. Instead of supporting your bones, it could be causing joint pain and even increasing your risk of cardiovascular disease. That's not the only risk, though. By taking calcium supplements without considering these other vital nutrients, you could be worsening your leg pain and bone health. Another common mistake people make is believing that more calcium is always better. It seems like a reasonable assumption, right? The more calcium you consume, the stronger your bones should become. But unfortunately, that's not the case. The human body can only absorb a limited amount of calcium at a time. Taking excessive doses is not only unnecessary, but it can also lead to dangerous consequences like kidney stones. Excessive calcium can build up in the kidneys, creating stones that are painful and difficult to treat. It's a scary thought, but it's something many people overlook when they think that more is better. So, how can you ensure you are taking calcium safely and effectively? First and foremost, look for natural supplements, not synthetic ones. Calcium sourced from seaweed or processed eggshells is a far better option than synthetic calcium carbonate. These natural sources are much more easily absorbed by your body and have fewer side effects. More importantly, make sure that the calcium supplement contains not only calcium but also vitamin D3 and K2. These vitamins are essential in helping direct the calcium to your bones rather than allowing it to float freely in your bloodstream where it can cause harm. And don't forget about food. Natural, calcium-rich foods should always be a priority in your diet. Sesame seeds, almonds, and leafy greens like kale and spinach are excellent sources of calcium that come with the added benefit of being naturally bioavailable. By eating a balanced diet, you'll not only get the calcium your bones need, but you'll also ensure that the calcium is properly absorbed and put to good use. However, remember that more doesn't always mean better. It's important to stick to the recommended dose, as too much calcium, whether from supplements or food, can still cause harm. I want to leave you with this reminder: always check the labels of any calcium supplements you are taking. Look for supplements that have the necessary vitamins and minerals to ensure the calcium gets to where it's needed most, your bones. You have the power to protect your bones, and it starts with being informed and making the right choices. Small daily habits, like paying attention to the type of calcium you're consuming, can make a world of difference in the long run. It's never too late to make these changes. And doing so could mean the difference between weak bones and strong, healthy ones. Taking control of your bone health today could be one of the best decisions you ever make. As we wrap up today's video, I hope you've gained some valuable insights into what foods and habits can impact your bone health and how small changes in your daily routine can make a world of difference. We've explored everything from avoiding harmful supplements and processed foods to choosing natural, nourishing alternatives for your bones. Now, I want to hear from you. What is one thing you've learned today that you're going to bring into your life and practice going forward? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts with us. We'd love to hear how you're taking charge of your bone health. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more health tips and life-changing advice. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourself.